Welcome back to the Allgoods, Vietnam through the eyes of love. I'm Elisa Allgood, and this is the story of my parents, Sarah and Dick, told through the letters they wrote to each other every single day while my dad was deployed in Vietnam. Today's letter is from July 28th, 1971. My mom had just arrived in Miami to stay with her friends, Judy and Dick Morris. Meanwhile, my dad was still on base in Vietnam, riding through the distance and doing his best to stay connected. In this letter, he's sorting through a few things, following up on checks Sarah had written from their joint account at Kelly Field, catching up on mail, and trying once again to quit smoking. But what stands out most is near the end. He writes that he picked up some spare ribs for a party they're planning Saturday night. It might seem like a small detail, but if you knew my dad, you know that this was one of his signature dishes. He'd end up cooking ribs for years at Allgoods Bar and Grill in Big Sky, Montana. And here he was, in Vietnam, still trying to get them just right. You know, he always used my mother's father's rib recipe, which signature marinating ingredient was Coca-Cola. Just straight Coca-Cola. Here's the letter just as he wrote it. Let's listen. 28 July 71. Dearest Sarah, I love you, my pretty wife. Boy, do I love you. You are my little chickadee. I got 2 beautiful letters from my wife today. You are so precious. I am so lucky to have you for my wife and lover. I got a letter from Judy also. It was really sweet. I hope you're not putting them out. I'm sure you'll do your part. I love you so. Baby, I think the letter you wrote on July 21st, number 48, may have been lost. I didn't get mail for 2 days, and then I got number 47 and 46. A Pan Am cargo jet carrying mail from San Francisco to Saigon crashed. My letter may have been on it. If you wrote anything important, you might need to say it again. Okay, sweetheart. I've gotten confused. I know you've written about the money and the checks, but Dummy here has gotten mixed up. Can you please write out the amounts of the checks you've written on our joint account at Kelly Field? I have your letters, but I'm still confused, and I want to keep a good check on the bank. Just make a list, okay? I love you so. Well, I did a damn good job at not smoking. Until tonight. I got to drinking a few beers and talking, and I broke down and had a cigarette. I know now that I can quit, but I'm not sure this is the place to do it. I'll cut down, but I'm going to wait to quit. I hope that doesn't disappoint you. I really have decided to quit in the future. Well, baby darling, I did some taping tonight. I've made about 4 hours of tape so far. It takes about 2 hours to make 1 hour of good tape. Maybe after I get the hang of it, I can cut the time down. I love you, little chickadee. You are my precious darling. This was supposed to be your special delivery letter, but I goofed today and didn't get a stupid envelope. They've changed the rules here. You can't buy stamps for anyone else, so I'll just have to wait until next week to send it. Maybe the mail will get better, and I can get one to you in time for Sunday. I sure hope so. I went to the Long Bin Army Post today. I bought some spare ribs. The detachment is having a party Saturday night. We're going to barbecue and drink, if you can call that a party. I'm going to try to cook some good spare ribs. I wish you were here. Well, that's a fib, because I wouldn't wish for anyone to be here. But I would give my left nut to have you in my arms. Sarah, I love you so. You dominate my thoughts in everything I do. Before I do anything, I think of you, my wife. You are so precious and hold so much of my love. Baby, I dream of you all the time. I'm happy. I'm not depressed. Really, I get along fine, and I'm happy in our love. How is our little one? Still growing and learning to love, I hope. Be sure and give Daddy's love to him every day. Kisses and hugs are sent to you and our little one. Sleep warm, darling. I love you forever, with all of my heart. Love, Dick. Wow. Well, that was my pop's letter from July 28th, 1971. Man, he had a way with words. In this one, we get a little bit of everything. The heartbreak of a lost letter. Boy, and the plane might have crashed, or the plane did crash. The daily logistics of staying married across an ocean, and those small rituals that helped him hold on. A cassette tape, a barbecue, and a memory of home. He'd go on to cook ribs for customers, friends, and family at Allgoods Bar and Grill in Big Sky, Montana. But right here, in this letter, you can already see that part of him, that part of his life, forming. He loved to cook so much, and he would tell you he wasn't a chef, he was just a cook. But I'll tell you what, he loved it. He loved it with his whole heart. We'll be back soon with the next letter. And in the meantime, if you would like to support the project, you can visit buymeacoffee.com/the Allgoods Love. Even $3 a month would really help keep things going. Thanks again for listening to the Allgoods, Vietnam Through the Eyes of Love. I'm Elisa Cecilia Allgood, and I am just loving sharing my parents' story. Thanks again for listening.